Michele, what is your full name?
MicheleMarieDalene.
And what is the other half?
Lumi and Finistra.
And today the video is going to be with Michele, correct?
Yeah, and Lumi as well, but we'll start with me and then we'll take...
You were looking to find a possible person in your life to share your life with before life's end.
Yeah. But I think that the first thing we're going to run into is that the person has to understand that I am unique in a lot of ways. First of all, I am the North American Snow Queen.
What do you do for work?
I am a winter weather sorceress.
And you are looking for someone in...
Preferably that's a pagan, lesbian, agnostics, and pagans sometimes don't get along. So there's an issue there with that, where pagans, especially pagans and Christians, really don't get along, especially with fundamentalists. Pagans and agnostics don't get along very well either, because the opposite reason. Pagans believe that there is a god and a goddess, and we believe that, and many of us are what they call earth-based or nature-based religions. But there's a whole bunch of different paths in paganism. My path is Gaian, and which is also has a little bit of Druid in it and a little bit of Wiccan. And many Christians don't like the word Wicca because they tend to think of the word witch.
Do you believe in the devil?
I do not believe in the devil as far as a guy with a horns, pitchfork, and a big pointy tail, no. But do I believe in the devil as the person?
Spirit?
As an energy, a negative entity, yes. But not specifically with the name devil. There are negative entities that are out there are seeking to destroy the children of the god and the goddess.
Phone.
Oh. Hello?
Hi, can I have extension 20, please?
Yeah, one moment.
This is an operator. She does operating services along on the side, right?
Yeah, we do that for the people in the building. It's free for everybody.
It's the way she gives back to the community, right?
I do that is because I am handicapped. I feel I need to give back to the community because I get food. I get Social Security disability. So running the switchboard is how I give back to the community. When I'm not working on weather events, I usually don't have much else to do. So that's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all Michele does. It sucks when you got legal blindness and you also got hearing loss, is that you can't hear too good, you can't see too good, and of course when you have Asperger's, which I do on top of that, you know, which is a pervasive developmental disorder, it makes things very hard as far as getting out there and socially, because people just don't really want to get to understand who or why we Aspreys do what we do.
Aren't you an indigo?
I'm also an octarine. I was an indigo. I transitioned some time ago from 6th or from 5th level, which is indigo, to 6th level, which is octarine, and now I'm going up to 9th level.
How do you get up to the levels?
Because what you do is that by carefully improving your psychic and spiritual understanding of how all things work. It's just like anything else. You work your way up to that level.
It's like steps.
Yeah, just like steps. It is steps. That doesn't make it easier for people to understand who I am, but then again, as a 9th level makes sense anyway, because that's a level of Earth stewardship. And being I am the North American Snow Queen, that is, I am an Earth steward. I'm one of 6th 6 Earth stewards right now. Actually, 7 of them.
Aren't you packing up and moving?
Huh?
Aren't you packing up and moving?
Am I packing up and moving?
Thought you were moving to some town or whatever.
I started leaving Winston, but I don't know. I've been here pretty much all my life. This is where I grew up, and this is where I went to high school. So, I certainly know this town pretty well. And, but there are things about this town that I think the town really needs to work on.
Like what?
One of the first things is this is a mill town. This is a factory town. Well, the factories are all left. So there's really nothing left right now in this town for jobs. So what we need to do is Winston needs to encourage businesses to come back into town. Because, I mean, if there's no jobs, what can you do? I want to work. I want to seek employment. I'm thinking about becoming self-employed, but I don't really know if I'm going to be, what they're looking for. So, I'm still kind of stumped about what the future holds.
And how do you feel about living in this building that you live in across from Cumberland's in the Snow Queen's Palace?
It's not bad. I've been here since 2008. It's been overall a pretty good building. I certainly had met a lot of people that came and went. A lot of people that were quite colorful characters. And overall, it's been a pretty good life here.
How does Lumi like it?
It's okay.
How come Lumi's not saying much?
Because there really isn't much to say right now at this point, because...
What about what's going on with Facebook with Lumi or whatever?
Well, I right now I'm not having problems specifically with Facebook, because me and Michele some time ago discussed that, and we explained that Facebook is... We only really one person manages the account, which is Michele. Michele takes care of all the Facebook contacts, as she does her Google Plus and MySpace, Date Hookup, and Twitter. However,
what about Lumi?
Excuse me?
What about Lumi?
Well, I just don't really want to deal with all those different, all those different software programs. I'm just kind of want to keep it kind of simple. I'm more like, I like to work in the background. And that's always been the way we like to do things. So when Michele starts doing things with computers, she's more chatty than me. So when she gets into maintaining all the different communications with the public, whereas I usually just work in the background. However, what we're having problems right now is with Yahoo Mail. I don't really know what the story on that is yet. I was going to call them this afternoon. They open at 6 in the morning. Pacific Standard Time, and find out why I can't log into my Yahoo Messenger or Yahoo email account again. It's not a password issue because the password hasn't changed any. So I tried to log in from the desktop, and it kept saying that the account was locked or something. And it's, because I thought maybe because I got the password wrong 3 times in a row, because the password originally was on all the computers, and then apparently when me and Michele went back to look at to find the password to find out if it was a bad password, we couldn't find it. And so she said, "Well, try to do the password helper," and I did, and it said, "I'm sorry, but this information cannot be retrieved on the web. Please contact customer support." We tried to find the information for customer support, only to find that there was no way easily to reach customer support regarding Yahoo Mail. So Michele said, "Well, let's check out Google." And so she checked out Google this morning, and we found the phone number for Yahoo's customer support department. And so like I said, this is about 4 in the morning our time. 6 in the morning was 6. Yeah, 6. And I said, well, Michele said we have to add 3 hours into that. So about 9 o'clock our time is about 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So the whole problem is that we can't do anything until 9 a.m. Then I was going to go to the soup kitchen with Michele and get some coffee and stuff. And so we really didn't get a chance to really partake of the different applications. Now, one of the things I noticed is that, of course...
Michele, it sounds like you're going crazy with this Lumi and Michele thing.
No, because Michele does not meet insanity as specified under the DSM-4.
What about Lumi?
I'm actually more of the Rock of Gibraltar, if you will. Because...
But you're talking to yourself.
Well, no, not exactly. Because we do different things. And we have different viewpoints, different personalities, and yet we are, we share the same physical body, but we're like roommates. We're very different people. So when you get me talking to me, Michele could be, just a passive observer, or she could be thinking about something completely different.
Do you ever get into an argument with Lumi? Or does Lumi get into an argument with Michele?
Yeah, we do. We argue. Yes, we do. Unfortunately, sometimes it's just like any kind of couple. You got to get into an argument because, they're different people. So
you argue with yourself?
We argue with each other. Yeah.
But you're one person?
No, we're two people. We're like sharing the same body, but we're two separate people.
That's multiple personality disorder, Michele.
No, it's not. Because multiple personality disorder is defined as a coping strategy under DSM-4, which is where one personality will fade and dissolve out and the other will fade in. It's just like...
And that's exactly what happens.
No, it's not, because the other does not even know that it's happening. And they just sense a what they call lack of time, that they don't know or cannot remember what was happening on when the other personality takes place. Me and Lumi fully know about what's going on and the other one, and we share information. Also, people with MPD, the two personalities do not share information with each other.
Your psychiatrist said you're okay?
Yes. Absolutely. They said there's nothing wrong with me. They said...
Does Lumi think she's okay?
Do I think she's okay? First of all, Michele has bigger problems than her main brain issues in her life. She's got a liver disease that is congenital. She has bad eyesight. She has bad hearing. She's alone most of the time. So do I think Michelle's okay? Mentally, yes. Physically, fuck no. Because well, why don't you... I mean, why do you say that? Because I've seen you struggle to just try to even use the iPhone without basically squinting. It's very difficult for Michele to do a lot of the things that she does. And yet, she still goes out there and puts her best foot forward. In that sense, Michelle's a hero. Because when Michele does what she does, she always says, I'm going to keep trying no matter what. And that's why she's a hero. I mean, despite all the hardships, she's going out there and doing all these different things. Yeah. By the way, one of the things is, maybe you never asked me, do I think Lumi's okay? The answer is hell yeah. I'll tell you 2 reasons why. Obviously, we share the same physical infirmities, so in that case, I would say if you dismiss the physical and you deal with just the mental and the psychological as well as the emotional level, Lumi is like the Rock of Gibraltar. She is like my steady captain of the ship. She keeps the ship away from the icebergs. Whereas when I get in front of the bridge and in front of the wheel, we potentially always run into an iceberg. Because there's just times when, I'm a little bit more gung-ho and I do things that, not recklessness per se, but a little more spontaneous.
Can you see this?
You can use the zoom function on that, don't you? Although it's kind of hard to see.
Okay, do you want to bring this to an end?
Well, yeah, we will. We're gonna be sharing some more footage with everybody. If you have any questions, you can contact Lumi and me at both Michele3 at yahoo.com and Lumi Finistra at LUMIFINISTRA at gmail.com. So, and of course, we'd love to hear from you here on MySpace and Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, etc., etc. Oh, don't forget Reddit. Right. So, see you there, guys. Bye.